Hello children, how are you? As you know, we have already studied two lessons of geography. And today we are going to study third lesson, that is humidity and clouds. Before we start with the lesson, we should know what is the meaning of humidity. Humidity means the water content of the atmosphere. It is very sunny today. The wind has stopped blowing. I foresee sandstorm. Let's go quickly inside the house. Yes, even I feel the same. Come, let's go fast. Buddy, it is very hot today. Yes, Soham, I am literally soaked because of sweat. Children, come fast. Wear your sweaters and then play again. Mummy, please wait. Let us play, please. Generally, we keep talking about the weather conditions. We can identify the weather conditions through the conversations above. Yes, of course. The slides which we have seen, the pictures, all the people were talking about various type of climate, cold or hot. We experience the dampness or dryness in the air throughout the year. Children, did you experience sometimes dampness or dryness in the air? Can you recall? I will give an example. Sometimes you must be feeling that the air is very cold and you feel very nice in that air. But sometimes the air feels very hot. That is called the dryness or dampness of the air. The changes occurring in the weather conditions in desert area, coastal areas and mountainous areas is evident from the figures. In the above, the words hot, moist, cool, etc. show the condition of the air. They relate to the content of moisture in the air. The moisture in the air is invisible, but it is the major part of air which is taken into consideration while discussing the weather of any place. Means the water in the air we cannot see it, but it is actually present and it can be measured in different ways. Evaporation. Evaporation is the process of converting water into steam or water vapor. Because of the sun's heat, the water on the earth get converted into water vapor. The best example I can give you is boiling water. Have you seen boiling water? When you are heating the water, as it starts boiling, bubbles start coming, and later on you can see lot of steam coming out of that water. That steam is also called as evaporation. The same thing happens when, due to the sun's heat, the water from rivers, lakes and oceans start to get heat up and convert into water vapor. The process of evaporation is dependent on the dryness, temperature and the speed of the wind. If the air is dry and hot, the rate of evaporation increases. Of course, when the heat is more, if you increase the temperature, evaporation will be more. If you decrease the temperature, evaporation will be less. The process of evaporation continues even in dry and cold air. On the other hand, evaporation occurs very slowly in the moist air. Means evaporation happens everywhere. Climate may be colder, but then too evaporation happens because sun's rays are heating the water and evaporation is taking place. This picture will make it easier for you to understand. The heat of the sun is heating the water and the warm water is getting converted into water vapor. Humidity in the air. The proportion of water vapor in the air is called its humidity. The dryness or dampness of the air depend on the proportion of water vapor. Air can hold moisture in specific temperature only. As air cools down, its moisture holding capacity reduces. This implies that warmer air can hold more moisture than cold air. At a certain temperature, the moisture holding capacity equal to the proportion of moisture present in it. Here you have to understand humidity. Humidity means the water vapor. How much water vapor air can hold. The dryness or dampness of air will depend on the quantity of water vapor holding by the air. Now here one more thing you have to remember, that the warm air will hold more water vapors, that is more humidity, and the colder air will hold less humidity. Absolute humidity, a measure of the actual amount of water vapor in the air. Means what is absolute humidity, children? Actually, how much water vapor is present in the air? That is calculated by the way of absolute humidity. And how it is expressed? Expressed means how we say weight is measured in kilogram, height is measured in centimeter and meters. In the same way, the absolute humidity is expressed as per cubic meter. Okay, how it is expressed? Per cubic meter. So absolute humidity is grams of water vapor per cubic meter volume of air. Means the higher the amount of water vapor per kilogram, the higher the absolute humidity. Means more the water vapor, more will be the humidity. And next concept is relative humidity. Now relative humidity measures water vapor relative to the temperature of the air. In other words, it is a measure of the actual amount of water vapor in the air compared to the total amount of vapor that can exist in the air at its current temperature. Means what relative humidity says? It says according to the temperature, how much humidity should be present in the air. Okay, what it is telling? According to the temperature, how much water vapor should be there. Condensation is the process by which water vapor in the air is changed into liquid water. For this again I will give you the example of boiling water. We have seen the water boiling and then it changes into steam. But if we keep a lid on that boiling water, we will see that water droplets can be seen on the lid. This is called as condensation. An important condition for condensation. It implies that for condensation, temperature should be low and relative humidity must be high. In the free environment, the condensation of vapor in the air occurs around fine particles in the air. Dew, frost, and fog are the forms of condensation at ground level, while clouds are a form of condensation at higher level. Sublimation. Sublimation is the process where a solid changes phase and turns directly into gas without passing through a liquid phase. Means ice directly converts into water vapor instead of going to liquid and then gaseous form.